watching the best. Fox 10 News at 9.
And now at 9, brush fires blamed on construction crews and the Valley Fire Department urging them to stop. A wrong turn right into a house and the gaping hole left behind. And a doctorate at age 17. We meet the Valley student already ahead of the game. But first tonight, a traffic nightmare in the North Valley. A stretch of the I-17 is shut down for pavement work, and that's sending cars straight into a trap. A big mess along State Route 74. And that's where Fox 10's Kenzie Beach is live tonight with the latest. Kenzie.
Yeah, Brian, we know that it's been a gridlock here all weekend long. And to be honest, tonight it's not slowing down anytime soon. So we decided to give you an actual front row seat to all of this action. We're trying to make our way back to Phoenix as well. And we've been sitting in this traffic. At one point, we went 100 feet only in 10 minutes. So I'm going to turn this around now. You're going to see so many different lanes trying to merge into one ahead of us. It is a green light, but you're just seeing bumper to bumper. And you see that ahead here. So many different, situations happening tonight. You've got cars going right, cars going left. A lot of people not following those a0bb detours, but we've seen it all tonight, from honking, yelling, and screaming to drivers on the wrong side of the road, even off of the road. It's not what anyone expected this Mother's Day weekend, but neighbors in the area are lending a helping hand.
Happy Mother's Day!
No easy way out. The freeway, main roads, side streets, and neighborhoods all gridlocked. The I-17 road closure putting a wrench in people's plans. The Hansen family headed to a Mother's Day cruise.
Going to Canyon Lake and being on the steamboat if we make it.
Winnie Gutierrez, the new graduate of Northern Arizona University, just trying to make it home.
Usually it only takes me like 2 hours to get back home from Flagstaff.
And how many has it taken you today?
About 3.5 so far.
Tony and John road tripping from Colorado.
We don't even know what we're doing right now.
The Nadler family just stopping to pick up cupcakes after Sunday morning swim lessons, and they live just around the corner.
This is how I celebrate.
3 hours later, still sitting in traffic.
Regardless of the situation, trying to make the best of it.
Families in surrounding neighborhoods can't leave their homes.
Unfortunately, we're sitting here instead.
Their front yards have turned into a parking lot.
We're in a situation where the entire freeway's been dumped into this tiny little neighborhood. They're trying to get 12 different streets merged into basically one intersection, and it's not working well at all.
With nowhere to go, these neighbors are lending strangers a helping hand.
We're just trying to make the most of it, passing out waters, trying to help people use the bathroom when they need to use the bathroom, things along those lines.
Many asked us why Mother's Day weekend. ADOT's response, there's no good time to close a freeway, especially in an area with few detour routes available.
ADOT, please don't do this on Mother's Day weekend again.
Now, it's really hard to show you guys just how widespread this traffic is, but so many people just trying to get around it. And you end up in these neighborhoods. We were in one of those earlier, and then coming from them, it's just continuous bumper to bumper. So it's just one massive funnel into a single road, basically, to get around this. But you got to keep in mind that this is the first of a large number of closures coming on the 17th from ADOT, but the 17 is opening at 5 a.m. on Monday morning. Live from North Phoenix, Kenzie Beach, Fox 10 News.
Okay, Kenzie, good luck getting home tonight. A car takes a wrong turn right into a house. It happened around 3:30 this morning near 19th Avenue and Broadway. You can see it punched a hole in the home. Phoenix police say the driver has minor injuries and no one in the home was hurt. No word what led up to the crash. We're keeping an eye on wildfires burning across the state. ADOT says the US 70 near Bylas is back open tonight. It was shut down Saturday because of the Toyo fire. First reported on Friday. It's burned more than 1,600 acres, and there is no containment tonight. The highway could close again if the fire spreads. Some good news south of the valley. The fire that broke out on Monday is now fully contained. The Flying Bucket Fire, about 20 miles southwest of Maricopa, it's burned nearly 2,800 acres. And new numbers tonight on the Peaks Fire burning in the Tonto National Forest. It's now 48% contained and has burned more than 360 acres near State Route 87 and Forest Road 143. The cause is unknown. The Scottsdale Fire Department is calling out construction crews after several recent brush fires. Take a look.
Dear construction workers, please stop starting fires in our desert.
An urgent plea tonight from Scottsdale Fire.
The last 7 starts we've had have been started by construction companies.
And a warning about recent brush fires.
They didn't wake up in the morning and say, hey, we're going to go start the desert on fire. They're just not being responsible. They're not taking the actions to be fire-wise.
Like the Diamond Fire that burned last summer, burning up more than 2,500 acres.
That was started by one of these. I'll break the news. One of these right here. These construction companies, whether it's the actual subcontractor that's showing up to do the work or whatever the case might be, they're using these tools and they're not giving us a defensible space before they use them.
Folio says if construction crews cut brush and watched the wind, that fire would have never happened.
It's super easy. These are all preventable. Like, look what you're doing. Have one of these around. Have a hose right here. Have one of these when you're going to cut the metal, and or have a fire extinguisher handy.
And if a fire does break out, don't wait. Call for help.
Really important that we get a 911 call sooner than later. Get us coming so that we can make sure that we don't need to mop that area up and the wind picks up and it blows a spark a mile down the road.
All right, check out a time-lapse video of tonight's sunset from our tower cam as we check in early with Crystal Ortiz. Hi, Crystal.
Might not be the aurora, but it looks pretty good on that camera. Very nice. So let's talk about those conditions out there because it is warming up. You knew we couldn't avoid it for too much longer. Those triple digits, they're creeping our direction. So look at the highs today. 95 degrees, what we made it to officially at Sky Harbor Airport. 97 for Lake Havasu. And we did hit those triple digits in Yuma. 70 in Flagstaff and about the same in Show Low. So tomorrow the temperatures will climb yet again a bit more. We'll start in the morning. You see already in the 70s by 8 a.m. And then we're at 92 at lunchtime. By the afternoon, it's upper 90s, flirting with 100 for us on your Monday. But check this out. This is how May is. May can give you some nice weather and May can give you some brutal weather. 1 week ago, we were at 85 degrees. Now we're looking at a temperature forecast coming up over the next several days of over 100. We'll talk more about that and the winds this week coming up.
All right, see you then, Crystal. The Northern Lights stage an encore performance. Parts of Mexico treated to this, a purple sky over the Sonoran Desert. It's from a strong solar flare that hit the Earth this weekend, sending auroras around the world. Arizona was treated to a similar show on Friday. And here are a few viewer photos of that spectacle over our state, shots from the Grand Canyon, where light pollution is low. Well, new tonight, what were you doing at age 17? Hanging out with friends, maybe getting ready for the prom? One Valley teenager earned her doctorate at 17, and Steve Nielsen has her story.
Moments before Dorothy Jean Tillman, or Dee, walked in her graduation, she spoke to us about what it took to get a doctorate.
I just feel lucky to be able to have made it this far, to be able to have had the village and support that I've had to be able to get this far. I just feel lucky that I was able to stay so dedicated.
But she isn't just another ASU student. Dorothy was homeschooled, earned a bachelor's degree at 11, a master's degree at 14, and now a doctorate in behavioral health at 17 years old. And she's not done learning yet.
Learning more about the world around me, learning more about all of the different things and fields and spaces I can go into, all the different things I could possibly do with integrated behavioral health, just researching and learning and exploring.
Dr. Leslie Mann at the College of Health Solutions knows she'll be a success.
Most people never knew that she was so young. They actually really welcomed her, and because of her actual intelligence and her responses being so mature, no one noticed how young she was.
As a teenager, Dee started a STEAM camp called the Dorothy Genius STEAM Leadership Institute, working with other teens in South Africa and Chicago.
To bridge the gap between arts and STEM, because I felt like, there's a lot of points in which they intersect, and I felt like somebody should be shining a light on that, and somebody should be shining a light on the art that comes with engineering and the art that comes with math. And I wanted to make my camp that place, and also a place where we could teach kids how to be leaders.
Despite speaking at her graduation and being a teenage doctor, she's still just a kid and excited for prom next week.
I really just can't wait to wear my super sparkly dress and my beautiful shoes and just enjoy time with my friends, living life.
Congrats. Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.
A Hollywood star comes back to the University of Arizona to give the commencement speech. Emmy-winning actor, director, and producer Craig T. Nelson. He attended the school from 1965 to 1968, then went on to become a star in big budget movies like Poltergeist and The Incredibles, to TV shows like Coach and Young Sheldon.
It's just extraordinary to be a guy that's now got a robe that I'm not sure I can get on the plane like this, but what the heck, you know, and I can write prescriptions now. I'm a doctor. I had enrolled or tried to enroll at the University of Arizona, and my first acting job was trying to convince the dean of admissions that I should be granted in-state tuition.
Nelson studied acting under drama instructor Peter Maroney. Up next, check out this dust devil in the East Valley. Much bigger than most, but did it do any damage? Plus, artificial intelligence gets a bad rap, but it can also make your job a little safer. We show you how. And a new exhibit featuring an Arizona rock legend, the music, life, and legacy of Alice Cooper.